Hi everyone, welcome to my channel BioCatalyst 2021. In the previous video, we studied about taxonomic categories and taxonomic hierarchy. In this video, we will study about taxonomic aids and we will mainly focus on botanical gardens and zoological parks. Now, from the word taxonomic aids, we can understand that anything that helps in the taxonomic studies, that is, in the identification, nomenclature and classification of organism. That is anything that we are using to identify an organism, to name it and classify it, then that is known as taxonomic aids. Now, there are various kinds of taxonomic aids that are used. Let's see which are they. So here is a flow chart. We can see here botanical garden, manual, flora, keys, zoological park, museum, monograph and herbarium. These are the various kinds of taxonomic aids that are used for taxonomic studies, and we will study each one of them, but first we'll study about botanical garden, and in this video we will study only on botanical garden and herbarium. So let's see, what is botanical garden? It is a collection of living plants. That is, the plant species are grown here for the identification purposes, and each plant is labeled indicating its botanical or scientific name, and its local name is also written with the classification. So when we go to a botanical garden, we can actually study about these plants, their natural habitat, their structure, their size, the color of the leaves or the flowers. So everything can be done in natural environment. So that is why these botanical gardens are actually very useful. So what is the purpose of botanical garden? We come here to study, and people also go to botanical garden for recreation, because it is a huge place, and for recreational purposes also people go to botanical gardens. Now there are various botanical gardens. Let's do some of them. The first one is Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Botanical Garden. So this botanical garden is actually botanical. So this botanical garden was actually earlier named as Indian Botanic Garden. This was the old name. And then it was also known as Calcutta Botanic Garden. So these were the old names that were used earlier, and this new name, that is the Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Botanic Garden, this name was actually given in 2009. And the area of this botanic garden is around 109 hectares. And around 12,000 specimens are grown here. So actually there is a wide variety of plants all over from India, and they all are grown here, and there are even rare plants. That is a huge variety of rare plants are also grown over here. Now there are certain kind of plants which are very famous in this botanical garden. One is the great banyan tree. Its botanical name is Ficus bengalensis. And you know, when we write a name, the first one is genus, starts with capital, second one starts with a small, and both are underlined. Now this banyan tree is so famous because it is the widest tree in the world. So it is the widest tree, in the world, and it has actually circumference of around 330 meter. that wide it is. This tree is around 250 years old. Actually, no one knows its real age, but since they have started calculating it, they feel that it is, as much as they know, it is around 250 years old. Then they have long roots that they are the adventitious roots that grow from its branches, and those roots are called the prop roots. They grow from the branches and they go deep into the soil. So it has around 3,616 prop roots. That many prop roots are there. So it is such a huge wide plant that everywhere we can feel that there are many trees, but it is actually one tree, and all these prop roots cover the entire area. So this it is covering around 1.6 hectare of land, this single tree. And the main trunk of this tree is missing because it had some kind of fungal infection earlier because of 2 cyclones, and later there was a lightning that fell on the tree. So due to which it had a fungal infection in the main trunk, and that had to be amputated. So that is missing, but this plant is still surviving just on all these prop roots and the main root of the plant. So it is a very special plant. Then the next one is Pandanus. This plant is actually, it belongs to a screw pine genus, and it has, you can look at the lower notes that here you can see some kind of roots. These roots are called stilt roots. These stilt roots grow from the lower node of the plant to give extra support, because this plant actually belongs to the area where there are beaches, and so the sand is loose and the plant needs extra support. So stilt roots grow and they provide that extra support. So this plant is also a special in this botanical garden. Then this is the next one, great water lily. This plant is known as Victoria amazonica. Earlier this plant was known as Victoria regia, but then the name has been changed to Victoria amazonica, and it has the leaves which are very large. You can look at the picture also. They are around 3 meters in diameter, and they are so strong that even 3 babies can sit on it. Like, it can withstand around 100 pounds of weight. And these leaves are so beautiful. They have a bright green on the top, and they are pinkish purplish at the bottom, and it is held by a stalk which is around 7 to 8 meters in length. So they are beautiful water lilies. This water lily is also known as the queen of water lily. The queen of water lilies. And the name was actually given after the name of Queen Victoria. So that's why it is called as Victoria amazonica. One more speciality is that its flowers are really huge. They are around 40 centimeters in diameter, and they are bright white. And all these flowers, they open at a particular time during the day all together with a nice fruity smell. So usually what happens whenever there is the season of pollination, that is whenever the flowers open, then they produce that fruity smell, and all the beetles, they all get attracted towards the flower and they go and sit over there to suck the nectar. Around in the evening at the same time, all these water lilies close and the beetles are trapped. So when these beetles are trapped, they remain inside the flower, they feed on it, but still the flower is actually protecting itself from the damage, but it also helps in pollination. That is what happens, that when beetles feed on these flowers, the pollen get entangled on its wings and on its body. So in the morning, when the flowers open, these beetles are full of the pollen grains, and when they go to the other flower, because all the flowers are open now, there is a cross pollination between the flowers. One more speciality is that whenever there is pollination occurring, that is when the beetles are inside and there will be the pollens are going to fall on the insect, then these flowers change light pink in color. They produce such kind of hormone inside, or the enzyme rather, that the flower turns light pink. So this is the speciality about this particular lily. Then there is another botanical garden sorry, which is really famous, that is the national, this is the second one, National Botanical Research Institute, and this one is in Lucknow. Then the third one is Royal Botanical Garden, or Botanic Garden we can say, and this one is in Kew, UK. This is the largest botanical garden in the world, so that is why this one is really you have to remember this one. Now we come to the next taxonomic aid, that is Zoological Park. Now Zoological Park is actually a place where wild animals are kept, that is they are kept in a protected environment, and here people come to study. So many students or taxonomists, they come to study about these animals. Even here also the local name, the zoological name, their habit, everything is written on those cages, and people also come for recreation to the zoological parks. These are also known as zoos. We all know that they are also known as zoos, and here also the animals are protected, especially the endangered animals are kept in zoos. Endangered means the animals which are on the verge of extinction, they need to be protected. That is why they are kept in zoological parks. So today we have done botanical garden and zoological parks. I hope you have understood, and we will do the other taxonomic aids in the next video. Thank you. If you like my video, please subscribe, like and share my video. Thank you.